Okay, welcome back to another GeoGuessr episode. We have changed it up a little bit. We've shortened the rounds to 2 minutes maximum per round. And what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 games in this one video. Every game is going to be a play-along. We're going to do a normal game. We're going to do a no-moving game. And then we're going to do a no-moving panning or zooming game. So you're bound to batter me in the last one or the second one as well. But the first one, maybe I have a little bit of a fighting chance to actually go ahead and pick up a little bit of a win. So as per normal, all the links will be in the description below for you to join in and play along with these games. So let's get into the first one. As you can see the links there, I will copy and paste that, as I said, into the description. So right, first level. So we've got 2 minutes on the timer now, so not as long to dawdle around like we did last time. And we will be using that full 2 minutes. You can be assured. Vehicles over 30 feet in length prohibited on Route 80. That sounds to me like that is probably America then. Now, if we can find... Oh, we shouldn't put that in there, should we? Right, we're going to have to just stick to the normal zoom now, because otherwise we might accidentally guess. Right, so... Oh, winter time. Cold Palmer, baby. Now, England have not started their Euro campaign yet, but let's hope Cold Palmer can help us out a bit. 5 years, Rosedale Buildings Incorporated, anything on there? No, although that number doesn't look like an American one, does it? I actually thought America, but that number looks looked like it said 07. So could we maybe, I mean, look at the mountains around us. Right. Pickup truck, that again screams America. So, favourite type of car, by the way. If I could afford any car in the world, I'd be getting a pickup truck straight away. So maybe I've got a secret bit of America in me. Who knows? But yeah, shout out to the Americans and their pickup trucks, man. They are cool as. Now, as always, if you are liking this content, don't forget to like the episode as well. And as I said, drop me a comment as well with your scores that you get as well. See if you can beat me. I'm interested to know who can actually win and who will lose. Make sure you're honest, though, about it. Don't be lying. You know, even a screenshot might be required. Right, we are properly stuck. We're going to say Southern America. Do we go? Right. I was going to say, do we go a little bit more north with it being snowy? But that was actually in Kentucky, so not the worst score. 4,112. So I'm not terribly displeased with that score, to be honest with you. I'll take that. I mean, I have to. But let's get into the next round. Right, this is a little bit better, a little bit more central. Now, I'm initially thinking somewhere like, dare I say, like New Zealand or Australia. But this could easily be America again, especially with that building back there. It's either America or a big city somewhere. Whitton Road. Can we see that sign? Please let us see more on that sign. We cannot. We may be able to if we go that way. And the sign disappeared. No. Right, let's head towards the city. Because that city is a big one. Now, that big city could have some big clues. Now, I have just seen something there, which I will just double check, because end 50 area. So 50 area. That's fast for like a housing area. Well, I can tell you now for sure, it's definitely not England. Huawei. Now, that could be anywhere in the world, Huawei, because they're a big international company. Although, the closer I get to the city, the more I'm starting to think it could be Australia or New Zealand, which were my initial reactions. But I don't think it's going to be New Zealand. I wish we could see them signs just a little bit better. There's bound to be a URL on them as well, and I just can't see it. North Shore. Okay, so it's coastal. So we're thinking like Sydney, something like that. Oliver Road, plus fitness. It's a big city, so there's bound to be something that says, oh no, we are really on the ropes here. Oh my gosh, that was so lucky. I did sort of think Sydney when I looked over and seen the big, tall buildings initially, but without finding any definitive proof, I thought we were in for an absolute disaster there. As you could see, you know, 5 seconds left. I just thought, right, Sydney, we're going to plonk it in there. And we were just lucky. That could have been anywhere in the world. Well, it couldn't. It could have only been there because obviously that's how the game works. But in my head, that could have been anywhere in the world. And even if it was in Australia, you know, there's no doubt it would have been Sydney. It could have been Brisbane. Could have been Melbourne. Could have been Adelaide, something like that. Yeah, we were so lucky. But Sydney was a good hedge because I was thinking New Zealand, Australia straight away. So, yeah, it was kind of close to New Zealand if we were wrong. Well, that's not close, but closer than America. Okay, China Sail Restaurant. We're in China. Easy, right? Chinese and Canadian cuisine, right? So, in all seriousness, we're in Canada then. Because nowhere else is doing Canadian cuisine, are they? Other than Canada. Right. We're at a big intersection. 5th Avenue. So we need to find out what the problem with America, Canada, places like this, they're so spread out that it's really hard unless you're in a somewhere central. Because at the minute we're in, how was I say, Prince George Chateau. Prince George Chateau, and we're at 5th Avenue there. Chateau. Now that sounds kind of Frenchy, so maybe we're in the more French influenced part of Canada. It isn't French writing though. It's English. So we are in an English part. Bedford. That's probably just the name of it. Farmer Save. Yeah, it's all English around here. So we're not going to be in the French part of Canada. However, Canada is absolutely massive, if you didn't already know. So this is going to be really up to chance. Weight Watchers. We've got nothing really that's telling us exactly where in Canada we are. Sentinel Trail. La Haida Tenor National Park. Okay, we're going to say no. Okay, we're going to go more over near this part of Canada. We should have just left it where we were. We should have just went Vancouver. Never mind. Jasper National Park. I seen that, and then I seen that national park and thought, well, they're not near that national park that it said. I suppose if I'd zoomed in a little bit more. No. I wouldn't have seen that national park. So that was kind of, I guess, going to throw us anyway all along. But, you know, we got lucky with Australia. We couldn't get lucky twice. Never mind. Let's get into the next one. Right. Edmore Levu. Am I recording? I am recording. Okay. I don't know if that's like a GeoGuessr thing where people have to check whether they're recording, because the first GeoGuessr player that I ever watched, a guy called GeoWizard, who doesn't really record GeoGuessr as much anymore. He used to do that all the time. And I've noticed some of the other GeoGuessr people that I watch now, they tend to do it fair often as well. Fair often? Fair bit as well. So, yeah, maybe that's a common thing. I suppose because you're going full screen. You just flick back and forth. Right, double yellows in the middle and whites on the outside. Now, where was this before? Double yellows middle, white on the outside. That was something we had in the last one. We're just disastrous. We're going to go this way. We've got a little sign there. Okay, North Sud. North Sud. Okay, helpful. That was it. Norway that we were. Was it Finland we were at last time with the double yellows and the whites? Could have been, and it could quite feasibly be one of those Scandinavian countries because of the Lachtom Shihi. No, that doesn't sound Scandinavian. To me, it looks more like somewhere like Canada again. But I'm not an expert. So to me and to you, this could be a disaster again. I can't get lucky 3 times. 75 kilometers. Because they're using kilometers, I'm going to stick with America. It was Canada again. I was going to go up this part of America as well at the last second there, but I didn't change it. Never mind. I should have probably have thought. It did kind of look a bit French, some of that writing, so should have really went for French Canada, but it doesn't matter. We got close enough. You know, we could have been the other side of the world, so not the best score so far. Let me know how you're doing or how you do in the comments, but so far we are struggling right now. We're getting dropped in the middle of nowhere all the time. Florness and Floren. Now, I initially thought somewhere like Asia because of them, but now looking around, it's got to be like the Alps or something, hasn't it? Switzerland? E14? Switzerland, or could be Italy, actually. Let's have a quick look at these number plates. No, it could be... it just could be somewhere like Norway and that again, couldn't it? With that little red house. Right, what's this say? Flora. It's Flora. Flora the Explorer. Swiper, no swiping. Right. Weird. This is a weird one because it looks Alpy, but them houses just look... Is it Switzerland or Austria or something? It could be. Could be. That was my initial thought when I sort of looked around the Alps rather than somewhere like Sweden or anything like that. But the houses, the wooden houses, are just making me think it's got to be somewhere like Norway or something, hasn't it? And I'm silly to ignore them. Or, yeah, it can't be Skål, Idrestan. It could be Switzerland. But I feel like it's going to be Norway, innit? We're going to have to go Norway. That could be a disaster. No, it could be better. Right, good. Glad we changed there last second. So I think that's it for that round. Not as good as last time. 17,084. So we'll put the challenge description below and see if you can beat that. Quick breakdown. That's where we lost the most points. Canada. The 2 Canada rounds, really, the ones that did us, you know, but we got really, really lucky with that. So not the worst score, but certainly not the best. So let's go out and get into the next one. So right, so we're back for the second one, the no moving one. So challenge links there. I will copy it again in the description if it's something you want to join in with. But let's get started. No moving. So 2 minutes again. This is going to be a lot harder. At least we can spin around a little bit, which might actually be worse for me because it means I can come up with more ridiculous ideas. Now, I think it's Europe. I'm thinking Italy, actually. Italy. What am I looking for here? What sort of clues? What does that say on the bin? Can't see what it says on the bin. Maybe I need to change the camera angle as well for this. I might change it for the next. Do you know what? Actually, I'll move it now. Hello. Hello over there. Oh, I'm using up my time. There you go. Camera angle change. Let's just have a look what that looks like. It's okay. Right. And I don't need to keep turning like that. Right. Let me turn my chair. Yeah, so I'm thinking Italy. Don't really know what else I can get from this. There's nothing else I can really see. We can ask that lady if she's Italian. Does she look Italian? She could pass for an Italian, yeah, of course. What about you? Also could pass for an Italian. Yeah, I'm completely set on Italy here, really, aren't I? I'm not swaying anywhere else. Italy or Spain, somewhere like that, I'm thinking. But I'm going to go Italy. Maybe I'll go... looks kind of historic, the more historic part of Italy. So not quite Rome, but around I mean, the whole of Italy's quite historic, isn't it? So maybe we'll go near Rome. Italy, done. It was France. Wow. I'm looking over there for the camera. I've moved it. Wow. It vaguely crossed my mind, but I'm not going to lie, didn't really cross my mind that much. So could have been better if we'd gone Northern Italy, but we moved it down slightly each time. So next one. So I'm thinking somewhere like Asia. I mean, it's beautiful here, though. Wow, what a place. That building looks a bit scruffy, but that bay and that cove, ooh, that is beautiful. So that makes me think somewhere like Asia, as I said. These flags could well be Indonesian flags. Is that Indonesia? I think so. Peringatan? Peringatan. Peringatan. I think that's Indonesia. Or it could be... It's not Singapore, is it? Could be. Peringatang? Peringatang. Anywhere called Peringatang? Ooh, oh, 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 oh. Yeah, it's not Malaysia. It's not Philippines, that flag. It's got to be Indonesia. Could be Singapore, of course, but I don't think it is Singapore. I think... Right, so what way is this cove? So it's like the sea is to our east. Well, there's a cove to the east, so it would make me think... Well, we're definitely on this side then, aren't we? What was that place? Peringatan. 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 Yeah, sorry I'm being a bit quiet. I'm just trying to concentrate. I'm trying to look for Peringatan, and I can't find it anywhere. Okay, it could easily be further down there. It could be here. Could well be there, but we're gonna... it was all the way down there. That's harsh, that, actually. Considering we got the right country, we just got right on the wrong side of it. But very harsh. We were never finding Peringatang or whatever it was called. Couldn't have really been much further away. Sucks, but at least we got the right country, so that's better than last time. Although the score was better last time. Right, what are we thinking here? Europe, definitely. These are making me think like Italy again. This is definitely making me think Italy, but it could well be France again. The green grass is making me think more France. Is that stupid? That does sound kind of stupid, doesn't it? Green grass, France, but maybe south of France, because this could quite easily be Spain as well. Spain, Italy, Portugal, France. South of France, I think I'm going to go with because of how green the grass is. White flowers, though, on the side of the road, which would usually be... I'm sure I've seen someone say it's like Latvia. But we're not. We're going to go south of France. Toulouse. On there. South of France. It was Italy. My initial thought was Italy as well. And I went ahead and went for France. But was I ever getting to Italy? Possibly if I hadn't got that France last time. Because I got the France last time, it made me second guess myself and made me change to France. Because I guessed Italy last time and it was France. And I've guessed France and it's Italy. Typical. Next round. What a beautiful lake this is. This has got to be... Has it got to be anything? Now... Okay, that's a clue. That makes me think then it's probably Scandinavia. Which is good that I've got that little clue there. It's quite a big river, to be honest, and it's slightly to the northeast. This windy road, which goes sort of northwest, southeast. Okay. Now, which of these are we going to go for? Which one could it be? Now, so it'd have to be a road on the side. I don't think it's that big. of a lake. A fairly big lake, but it's not massive. So it could be anywhere, really, because the lakes around these parts of the world are, okay, quite common. Do you know what? I'm not going to go for... I'm going to scoot over. I'm going to go Finland, because it seems to be... There's a lot more lakes in Finland. I'm not, actually, because they've got the A. We'll go in the middle. We'll go Sweden. We'll go Sweden in the middle. I'm not going to spend ages looking for it. Again, they've got the abbreviation over the A's, but which has then made me think, right, no, I'm not. I'm going to go Norway. Right. We'll go close to Sweden, though. Right, we'll go there. And it was as far away from Sweden as possible because it was on the other coast, but still got the right country, and that is a good score, 4,200. Now, if this is something that I am going to be playing more regularly, GeoGuessr, of course, I'll start trying to learn the road markings and stuff like that. But at the minute, I'm just kind of going for a vibe. I'm going what I think it feels like. And any well-established GeoGuessr players will absolutely smack me up on this game. But I'm enjoying playing it. And that looks like a Greek flag. So we're going to go Greece straight away. Whereabouts in Greece? Any clues? Any clues? Nope. There's mountains over there to the south. Looks like this could potentially be water to the east. And there's mountains to the north as well. So if we go on the basis that there's water to the east and mountains to the south and north, then that should give us an idea then, right? Could easily be up here, but the mountains to the south are kind of confusing me with that, because I would have thought like here. They are quite big mountains, but there's no water to the east. On the assumption that is water to the east. Could be here. There's mountains there, and there's mountains there. Let me just... Is that water over there? It looks like it probably is. Which would make us closer to the water, though, wouldn't it? Here? Go here. We're a Greek island. Oh, I never thought about the islands. That would have made so much more sense. With the mountains all around us. Yeah, roads. Okay, that was... Could have got a better score there, but never mind. 14,994. So not the worst score, but far off. I mean, I actually think that round was better than the last one, but very, very unforgiving. That Indonesia was harsh, if I do say so myself. And then we obviously got Italy and France one round, which was my bad, really. And then we got the wrong side of Norway. So... yeah, 14,994 is not the best score, so we'll get set up in the no moving, panning, and zooming, the hardest of all of them. And we're going to try and beat 14,994 because I can't see us doing any better than that, but we'll be back as soon as we get that one loaded up. Right, we're back for the no moving, panning, and zooming. Let's see how this one goes. And, we start off somewhere that is... ooh... such a big part of the world. We saw last time with Indonesia how difficult these parts can be. I'm thinking... am I thinking Indonesia? Let's have a quick look in. I don't think India, because there's not much rural coverage in India, from what I can gather. Could be Thailand. That is a shout. Could be... it could be any of these. Indonesia, I don't want to go for because it's kind of annoyed me, the last one. I'm going to go Thailand. I'm going to go near Bangkok because I think it could be Cambodia as well. I'll go this side of Bangkok, though, because my initial reaction was somewhere like Cambodia, Thailand. So it was the Philippines, so don't think I was ever getting there. Although, could have been worse. It also could have been a lot better. So 1,200. Not a great start. Right, what's this? Looks to me... I was going to say looks to me... I don't know what this looks like to me, you know? Initially, I thought it looked European, but now, the more I look at it, I'm thinking it looks quite American. Maybe that truck's the thing that's making me think it's American. American, Canadian. That barn on the left certainly looks quite American. There's nothing I can see. That pole there on the left would probably give me a massive clue. Or it'd give other people a massive clue. It won't give me one. That fence on the right looks quite American. The little wire one. You can just see a little, you know, a little dog in there or something barking at the postman. Is there a mailbox? Any mailboxes? Because they're quite American, aren't they? No mailboxes. Unless that's one. The white thing on the end. What else could it be? Poles? I mean, nothing to me. Sparse. I'm going to go America, but I think this could be well off. If it's America, or it could be Canada. We're going to go Montana. Montana? We're going to go Montana. And on the basis it could also be Canada. And it's going to be Europe, I bet. Or Australia. I didn't think about Australia. Oh, 4 points. That would be why it kind of initially struck me as European then, won't it? Because quite heavily influenced by the British, with it being a British colony. But right. This could arguably be the worst score you'll ever see on GeoGuessr on YouTube. Okay. That writing would mean we're in Korea. Or Japan. We're not in Korea. Could be in Japan. Where else could we be? With that writing. Just Japan, right? Or could we be in... What's Taiwan's? That could be controversial for me to say that. Because it does look quite squarey, doesn't it? Like, quite boxy, which suits more to Taiwan than Japan. I know that China doesn't really have coverage. That's why I didn't ever think China. But without being able to zoom around, it's quite hard to tell. That T there, or the sort of T-type letter, that one there, that to me looks more Japanese. But if we were Japan, would we see any of them T's? Can we see one of them? Because it looks kind of like this thing. Am I getting away from Japan at any point here, or am I stuck on the mindset of Japan right now? I feel like I am quite stuck with Japan, because, I mean, look, that just looks just like this sort of writing. Whereas I don't think I'm seeing that in Taiwan as much. Now, I'm thinking southern Japan, because it looks very, very green and rural. There's also a BMW there. So it's probably not going to be that rural, is it? Let's just go left of Tokyo. West of Tokyo. It was Taiwan. Oh, I just couldn't get away from the idea of Japan once I had that in my head. Did think Taiwan, sort of, as you can see, but disaster. Them 50-50s, I'm just getting wrong all day, aren't I? I'm getting these 50-50s wrong a lot, whether it's the wrong side of the country. Now, don't do this to me, because this one looks European. It sort of looks like English, but that road doesn't look English at all. It looks quite flat. Those pylons look very English. Not England, though, is it? Can't be England. Can it be England? No. It doesn't look quite English, but it does look English. That's the best I can... do you know what? Usually, when it sort of looks English, but not English, it's not normally Northern France, because that looks more English. Netherlands, again, more English. It's normally somewhere like Poland. For me. Be Hungary. Normally Eastern European. Is there anything else I'm missing here? No, I'm just going to have to go with Poland. I think I've got a bad feeling it's going to be closer to home than that. I think it's probably going to be more France. But it just doesn't quite look it. I mean, it's like this looks so English. This curb does not look English at all. And this grass and this bit of pebble along the side, again, doesn't look English. And this road quality looks bad. It could easily be Russia. Never thought about Russia. So I'm going to go more. It could be Ukraine. We're going to go Poland. We're going to stick with Poland. And it's going to be Switzerland, which I would never have got that. That does not look like Switzerland to me at all. Switzerland's normally a lot more vibrant and bright and greener than that. So not too disheartened with that one. Although I am a bit bothered that I moved further away. But probably lost about 100 points. Right, last round. Let's end off on a good one, please. And it's not going to be a good one because I have no clue at all where we are. I just have no clue at all. This could be absolutely anywhere in the world. I'm thinking Australia. Somewhere like that. That car there looks a bit too old, though. That and that would maybe fit, but that looks too old. And these yellow signs are kind of throwing me off. With these tall trees, it's a very weird landscape. It looks like we could be on the edge of a city. If there's someone walking, you would think there's stuff nearby. But that car just looks crap. To be frank, it looks like an old banger. So if that's your car, I'm sorry. But that doesn't look like a nice car. So that's throwing me off, which makes me think it's not somewhere as big as Australia. Which they do obviously have rubbish cars in Australia, but it's making me think more somewhere where there's more like poverty. But can I go anywhere other than Australia? Can I? It just doesn't look like Australia at all, does it? Or it probably does to some people, but to me it just... I can't think of anywhere else it would be, though. I'm going to have to go Australia, and this could be the worst score you've ever seen on GeoGuessr in your life. I'm going to go near Adelaide. Please, please, please be Australia. Or be Greece. Right. 2. That's probably the worst score you might ever see on YouTube for GeoGuessr. 9,000 miles away. Let's just have a quick look at the breakdown of that. I mean, look at that. Ping, ping. We didn't guess Australia when it was Australia, and we guessed Australia when it was Greece. Not one close guess. So you should hopefully beat me on that one. Let me know in the comments below what your score is on the No Movement Pan and Zoom In and the other game modes as well. But if you like this video, make sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more GeoGuessr content like this. And that is it for now. So we'll see you later. Bye.